Hello everyone, Namaste. My name is Valerie and I am a Vajra yoga instructor. You may have heard about Vajra yoga, which is also known as spine-friendly yoga. In this video, I'd like to tell you about the correct approach to spine in the asana practice and then give you a brief sequence of asanas, highlighting the possible risks and then ways of avoiding those risks. In a nutshell, two basic principles of Vajra yoga, meaning your physical body, comes into these two. First one, your physical health depends more on what you don't do than what you do. And the second one, your shoulders and your pelvis should always stay on the same plane. The other important principle of Vajra yoga is that while building an asana, you should only use your local muscles and not use levers. Shall we begin? Let's start with a sitting up position. Keep your back upright and try to keep your shoulders right above your pelvis. Keep your legs straight and extend through your heels forward. Pull your toes towards yourself. Contract and flex all the muscles in your legs, your bums, inner pelvis muscles, if you know the word Mula Bandha, the root lock. Then press your palms next to your hip joints to the floor and engage your arms. Bend your elbows a little bit and press them against the floor and pull your head crown up. Engage all the muscles in your body except for your facial muscles. A nice beautiful smile on your face. If you're not comfortable sitting in an upright position with your legs straight, you can always bend your knees and keep your feet on the floor. Even help yourself a little bit, holding yourself by your thighs and keeping your back in the upright position, because your back is always a major thing and your extremities is always serving your back in the asana practice with correct approach to spine. While practicing the asanas, you should remember that the goal is to pump your blood all over your body, and to do that you don't have to do a lot of things. All you have to do is flex and relax your muscles. In that case, you pump your blood all over your body and you straighten yourself, you give yourself an enforcement, a nourishment to spend your entire day, or maybe night if it's an evening practice. The principle of compensation. After we give ourselves flexion and contraction almost all over our bodies, let's give ourselves some relaxation and a little bit of stretching. The good way to stretch yourself from this position is to do Paschimottanasana, or the extension along your leg line. So you bend your knees, you hold yourself by the thighs, under the thighs, and then straighten your back up, find your shoulders right above your pelvis. Make a nice deep inhale, and on your exhale, bend down forward. Lay your belly and your chest on your laps. You might hold your elbows here, make it an elbow lock under your thighs, or just release your arms and leave them on your mat. Remember to keep your lower belly flexed in this position and a tiny bit of flexion along your spine line to keep it safe. So what you do here is you lie down. You can hold yourself and maybe give it a little effort in your arms, but you don't want to overstretch yourself, so be very careful. My option is to leave them on the floor and work only the local muscles of your trunk and of your thighs. Then if you're looking for more stretching or you're flexible, then pull your toes and lean on your laps with your upper body and let your heels slide forward on your mat. And then when you feel that's enough, leave your feet relaxed and just hold it here. Remember, the lower belly is flexed and the spine line is in a tiny bit of flexion so that you're not overstretching it. You can pull your head crown forward and give it a little more effort here, or you can just almost relax in this one. Move your face down to your knees and relax your neck. As we did before, we're cueing it one after another. Flexion, and then relaxation and extension. So the next one is the boat, to flex your muscles, to work your abs, your bums, and your thighs. Bend your knees, put them on the floor, keep your back straight. Same line, your back, your neck, and the back of your head. Hold yourself under your thighs and bend back with your back straight. Remember to flex your bums and keep your belly really working here. Then you keep the angle and you're leaning on your sitting bones. You can move your feet above the floor, or you can move your shins parallel to the floor, or you can even straighten your legs. But make sure you're comfortable. Every asana, every posture, every position that you flex should be really comfortable and give you the feeling that you really want to stay here for longer. So keep it nice and relaxed. Enjoy the feeling of the flexion of the body work and breathe nice and slow. Enjoy your practice. The next position is the turtle or Crumasana. This position is really helpful for you to extend the muscles along your spine, because in this one you can relax your spine line. You must know that when you're flexing your muscles, you can't stretch or extend. And this is why I love this one especially. So what you do here, you bend your knees and you hold your feet together and then spread your knees, let them go down. Do not make really sharp angles in your knees. It's about 90 degrees. Then you straighten your back, feel your sitting bones. You should be comfortable on your sitting bones. Then lay your arms, your hands on your shins, and then bend forward. First you move, you're only twisting in your hip joints, and you hold yourself, you lean on your hands, on your feet, or on the floor. Then when you feel that the movement in your hip joints is over, then you can arch your back up and let it go. Nice arch up, and you're flowing through your head crown to your feet and find relaxation. In this position, you want to hold the root lock. The inner pelvis muscles, like the reproductive organs muscles and the sphincters, flexed. You should know about, if you're a yogi, you should know about the root lock, right? So hold it, and everything else is really relaxed here. If you're not feeling really flexible today, or if your hip joints are not that open, you can always use your fist, put them on your heels, and lay your forehead on your fists. If you're a beginner and you don't feel flexible at all, to extend your spine, you can just put your hands right in front of you. Give yourself a lean on your hands. Keep your elbows a little bent, and having this lean, you can arch your back backwards a little bit, spread your shoulder blades a little bit, chin to the chest, and give it an extension on the back line of your body. This will work too. In your yoga practice, you want to move step by step from the easy version of the asana to the middle, then to the full version. I really don't even like to use easy, middle, and full, because in every way of doing the asana, you can find your perfect feeling of extension or flexion to get along with your body, to feel it really well. Remember about your inner aspect of your practice. If you're in a group, do not look to the sides, do not look at the other practitioners. You don't want that. You really want to look inside yourself and find your own body, your own feelings, your own practice. Remember to work with your attention, because this is the major thing to do in your yoga practice. Everything else you can do in a gym, really. This is what's special about yoga, that you're working your mind. The next thing I'm showing you is a very short but very important vinyasa to do the safe transmission from sitting up on your sitting bones to rolling over and going to sitting on your heels or standing on your knees. You cross your ankles, moving from here, and you hold your hands approximately in the same line with your heels, with your feet. Press your hands against the floor, help yourself with your hands, move your hips above the floor and move your knees on the floor. Hands in front of you, move your hips up, uncross your ankles, put the balls of your feet on the floor and then your hips on your heels or whatever, tops of your feet on the floor and your hips on your heels. And here you are in Vajrasana, the diamond pose. Since there are a lot of sitting practice in yoga while you're meditating and working with your attention, I would like to speak with you of how it is safe for you to sit up, what's the posture should be and what's the position should be. First thing for you to remember is that your pelvis and your shoulders should be on the same plane. So that when you're sitting up, you might want to sway a little bit forward and a little bit back and find the perfect position of your shoulders above your pelvis so that you feel really easy and comfortable. You should feel that there's no overflexion in your belly or in your lumbar lower back area or in your chest, right? Remember that pelvis is your foundation. It should be always parallel to the floor. Like in the diamond pose, I'm sitting on my heels equally above the floor so that my pelvis is parallel to the floor. So this is safe. The other safe position is Sukhasana, when you do almost the same thing, but you spread your ankles and you sit behind your heels. This posture is not comfortable for everyone. So if you're not comfortable, if you feel pain in your knees, do not do that. Just find a comfortable position for you to sit. Another safe sitting position is Sukhasana, or simply known as Turkish sit, when your ankles are crossed, your pelvis is on the floor, it's equal on the floor, parallel, and you're building your back upright, shoulders above your pelvis. Find the perfect angle for yourself and just meditate. This sitting position is really popular and known as the Lotus or Padmasana. This position is safe spine-wise, but you should be really careful about your knees. Your hip joints should be open and you should go into this position really slowly. Now, this position is the half lotus and it is easier for you to do. You don't have to have an open hip joints, but still you have to be really flexible and secure about your knee joints. It is still safe to keep sitting up in this position. You know that yoga mat is not so soft, so if you feel hard surface under your sitting bones or bums, you should be comfortable using either pillows or bricks or maybe rolled up blankets to sit comfortably, to keep your pelvis a little above the floor, just to be really confident and comfortable in your yoga practice, especially when you keep the holds for a long while, like 5 or more minutes. Welcome to my classes. I give private sessions, group classes, corporate lessons. We can always arrange a class via Skype if you don't like to leave your premises or you leave out town. And you can find me on Facebook or our website or through the email or through Skype. Once again, namaste.